Hello everyone, this is Rushikesh Meharwade. We are going to talk about what are AI agents. Nowadays, everywhere we will see this word coming up, AI agents. Everywhere around social media, blogs, all the tech companies, many places we see this term being used, AI agents. So in this video, we are going to talk about what are these AI agents, what is the anatomy of these AI agents, how are they different from the normal software products that we build. We will also see one live example using a LangFlow, which is a visual AI agent builder tool. So let's get started. Think of an AI agent as a digital worker, but not just a normal digital worker, but these are a smart digital worker. Now, why do I call it smart? Because they can think, they can act by themselves. In a normal software product, we have to give that thinking. We humans have to think and encode it as software logics and rules in the system to get that whole reasoning thing done. The whole human creates that reasoning. But now with the LLM being the backbone of this AI agents, LLMs can take care of doing this decisioning in the backend. So that's where these are smart digital workers where they can do uh, reasoning, they can do some decision making, and also a very important thing, they can act by some way. Okay, so this, as I said, these AI agents are built on top of the large language models, and large language models are trained on a huge corpus of training data. But that training data is limited on certain cutoff date. So these models will not have access to anything other than that training data. Things like your company's internal products data, internal product catalog, users data, the current live things which are happening in the world, all that data will not be available. To make it accessible, we add tools. These tools will give access to the model that is like something that it was not trained on. It can also call APIs, it can access the database, it can access internet, so a lot more things it can access and get more active. Okay, and also take some actions through these tools which are available. So that's the main core part of it. Now let's see this through a proper example. Okay, let's imagine you want to do a travel planning and you approach a travel agent. The travel agent may ask you things like, okay, what is your source and destination? How many days you want to travel? What is your budget? Any kind of conditions you have separately for like maybe babies or something, those kind of things. This travel agent will take your requirements. He will sit with his team and will devise a plan for you. Those teams may do separate things like one could be special in the trains, flights. One could be special in doing hotel related search. One could be special in itinerary designing. And then this travel agent will take input from everyone and will devise a final plan. And then multiple options, he will share it with you and you may then make a decision. Same thing, let's see how we can do with the AI agents. To do that, even at the agent level, we will build multiple agents. So first agent is, let's say, a train research agent. Next could be we have a hotel research or hotel search agent. Then there could also be something related to like weather related information, as there may be specific requirements or specific suggestions we want to give to the user that okay, right now there is a rain, there is a sunny, there may be winter, you should do this kind of thing. So to give that more detailed version, we may also pick up the weather, and then there could be one more agent that can do the itinerary that okay, these are the places you can visit on this days. Now, all these agents can either run in parallel or in some conditioned sequence. Okay, for example, in this case, we may first go through the itinerary planner, and based on the itinerary, then we decide, okay, these are the hotels which are good on for this place, these are the closer hotels, something like that as a workflow we can create. Okay, but now these agents that we see are just a thinking and reasoning agents. Now, these agents will also need tools to do all this research, analysis, and everything. So, to do that, we may allow them access to tools like internet search, users' data. that, okay, this user has already done travels in this places earlier, and he may have some specific styles. We may also have data related to different users who have gone through this source and destination that we can also use here. And then there could be data related to maps that, okay, within this source and destination, this is how the roads go. So things like that, that may also be useful. And then there could be something related to weather related APIs and all, which will also help these agents in the weather agent. Now, once all of this is there, somebody also has to be there to orchestrate everything, right? All of these are like individual agents, which have a very specific responsibilities right now. To create an orchestration, we will create one more agent. This agent is actually going to take the input from the user, will define the whole sequence of steps that should be performed, then we'll run through each of those agents with those steps, get the output from each of those agents, merge all of it together, and create a final report. This is how all of these agents will be able to collaborate, communicate with each other to get the thing that we want to do. Just one more thing which can be added to this is the memory. What happens is all these agents are stateless. Now, what do I mean by stateless is they do not store any history. As the history is not being stored, they will not remember any previous communication messages and all. So with the memory, we will be able to track that. Okay. So like if the user is doing a continuous communication, he's making further changes. Okay, I want to change this. Things like that. Within memory, we will manage that, and then agents will have access to this memory. Okay. That's how the high level picture looks like for the agents. Now, let's talk about some use cases of the AI agents in different spaces. So, one is the chatbots. So, as the ChatGPT started, the most basic use case was chatting with it. It's like a very human-like conversation feel that we get with it. So, with the LLM-based model, the communication became very easy through this model. They can understand the language very well. Before to that, creating the chatbots, we had to like identify the intent from the text, what the user is trying to talk about, special keywords. Based on those keywords, we had to create a different workflows. But now the this LLM model can understand the user's query very well, and they understand very well as how to respond to this users. So that's where the chatbots, not just chatbots, but we can also call it like customer service now, where it can also handle the user's calls, it can handle emails, it can also handle chat-based communication. So all the different medium we can cover using the AI agents or generative AI-based applications or products. Next could be AI recruitment. There are many different companies right now working on this. Let me give you a one single workflow use case. Let's say a manager comes up with a JD saying that I want to fulfill this requirement. The AI agent, there could be multiple AI agents. One AI agent can match all the available resume with the JD and identify the best matches. Next step could be this AI agent then mails this candidate saying you are a match. We want to have a first level interview. Give us your available slots, so it will give the slots, and then based on that, it will also do a calendar booking with this users. It can also one more agent could be there who can also take care of doing a first level interview with these candidates. There will be a set of questions, there will be expected answer. It will ask the user in a natural language. User will be able to respond. It'll check those responses and will do a one level of filtering. So that's how complicated, complex, or interesting workflows we can build using this. Then next would be research agents. This is also something being used very widely right now, from content for social media and for marketing, for competitive research, financial reports, for a lot of different research-based things. The AI agents can work across multiple different processes and bring out a very good report out of it. Then next is a coding agent. This is something that major companies are saying that, okay, we are able to save this much of time, this many resources by automating the code. So this is something being widely talked about. Um, all the companies are right now measuring the productivity in terms of percentage of code that is being completed, but no one is measuring what is the time saving that happens through it. Not all the companies are talking about the time, but yes, 30% is a code, then it may be like 10-15% of time it will be saving, but that is still a huge saving that will be there. Like you can just develop a quick website prototypes with a good UX backend. You can use it for debugging, writing test cases, so many use cases in terms of code. Now let's go through uh, anatomy of a single AI agent. So when the input is coming, the first thing is this AI agents will use LLM as a backbone to break down the given problem statement into multiple steps. It can use the reasoning models and memory, which will be like the availability of the previous conversation that has happened through the reasoning models. It can also devise like the steps that I mentioned. There is also a process called as chain of thoughts, through which also it can do the steps, or it can use the reasoning based models like O3 and all. When the steps are available, the next step is to take some action. And the actions are available through the tools. These tools, as we discussed, it could be DB, it could be APIs, it could be online search. So multiple ways this model will be able to access the external world. It could be pulling off the data or it could also be pushing off the data. Both of it as the actions the agent will be able to take based on the thinking that it will do. Once we have the output, then it can go to the user or to the next process which is available. But sometimes we can also devise that okay, if the tools are not able to give a right answer, we can have some validation. And again, the tool's output, we can pass it back to the thinking process to validate that all things are right. And if the thinking process says this is right, uh, we can also do summarization, validation, all those things we can do as part of this agent, or we can create outside this agent to validate it. And then last thing would be to add some guardrails. So what really happens is these models can sometimes behave in an unexpected way, or users may try to expose the outcome of the model and try to make it work in their favor. Okay, they may try to put some prompt uh, which can which can make the model to do some action in their favor. So these guardrails will try to take care that nothing like that is coming. So sometimes also as part of a regulations, we have to take care that the model is not giving certain output. That so that at the output level also we have to take care that okay, this kind of output is not coming. Some language related things, some bias related to maybe um, certain specific regions or specific religion or a gender-based bias. So all these biases also we can take care through the guardrails. These guardrails could be just a rule-based things or also could be LLM-based things who will take care of managing the input and output that no unwanted things are happening. Okay, so this is our general anatomy of the AI agent will look like. Now let's have a look at one demo using LangFlow. So LangFlow is a visual agent builder tool. We can just drag and drop the different blocks to create the agentic workflow. So we will see how we can use this to create a travel agent example that we discussed in the start. Okay, so let's get started with the demo. Now, think of the future with these agents. These AI agents, as we already discussed, can do a lot of things. And few things that we can imagine is they will be seamlessly able to do manage the email communications from the email. They can identify okay, how to do the calendar booking. They can understand very well your balance sheets, your bank statements, all of it, and help you fill the taxes very well because they will also have a knowledge of the whole accounting structures. And based on your given data and the knowledge of accounting structure, it will be able to fill your taxes by itself. You can also think of it as a health assistant where it has access to your handheld devices, your reports, your eating habits, and everything, and come up with a very detailed plan for you as how you should take care of your health very well. So all of these things are possible with the advancement that is happening with this AI agents. So this AI agents being collaborative, they can connect with each other, communicate with each other, and they can work continuously. The benefit is one agent, like the travel agent that we discussed, that person can do so much of work. But now, if we have this AI agents, we can just scale them. We can have 1,000 AI agents running parallelly to process the work. So you can imagine that they will allow us a scale which can make a lot of things possible. Okay, so if you want to build your own AI agents, there are different frameworks available. The very well-known frameworks are like LangGraph, CrewAI, AutoGen. These are all different type of frameworks that you can explore. You can also explore a whole tool stack, including the models. Like you can start with GPT-based models. You can use Google search, web search. There are different tools available for doing the search. You can access the APIs. You can also access the RAG-based structure. That is something allow a knowledge base access to your model. So different tools you can use to create a good agentic workflow. You can start first with a simple structure, start building one agent, and then slowly start disintegrating into multiple different agents, and you can create a product out of it. Okay, so at a simple level, agents are fine, but as we start making it complex with like lot more agent, the overall workflow and those things, building those things become complex. So there is a whole space of LLM ops, AI engineering to manage the whole LLM applications now. Okay, with that, I would like to conclude the session. I hope you liked it. If you have any feedback, please share it over the chat, and also do share it with other people if you think this is useful.